1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Prime Minister expressing gratitude to Chinese government for cooperation in Karot hydropower project said 720 megawatts project has now become functional. Finance Minister appreciates Federal Board of Revenue for collecting record amount of tax worth 763 billion rupees last month. Foreign Minister kicked off 75th anniversary celebrations of Pakistan's independence by inaugurating a mango festival in Islamabad today. Pakistan and India, under an agreement on consular access between the two countries, have exchanged lists of prisoners in their custody. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their unabated acts of state terrorism martyred 35 Kashmiris during the past 1 month. Afghan Supreme Leader, while lauding Taliban for taking Afghanistan last year, has called to forge national unity. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has expressed gratitude to the Chinese government for its cooperation in Karot hydropower project. In a tweet, he announced that the 720 megawatts Karot hydropower project has now become functional. The Prime Minister said it is the first hydropower project which has been completed under a CPAC. He said during the last 4.5 years of the previous government, no significant progress was made on this project. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says the government is taking every possible step to control electricity load shedding in the country. Addressing a meeting to control load shedding in Islamabad today, he said efforts are afoot to make all power plants functional and bring load shedding at zero. The Prime Minister regretted that the previous government did not take the issue of load shedding seriously and no purchase agreement was made for gas supply when the prices were low in the world. He said that they even delayed the Haveli Bahadur Shah plant, which has the capacity to produce 1,250 megawatt electricity. Minister for Power Khurram Dastagir Khan says the government is working tirelessly to reduce load shedding in the country. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad this afternoon, he expressed the hope that the situation of electricity supply in the country will improve as 720 megawatt Karot hydropower project begins operational today and the K2 nuclear power plant will start working after Eid al-Adha. The minister said that there is 30% increase in the demand of electricity this summer. As of yesterday, the demand was a record 30,009 megawatt against the estimated demand of 24 to 25,000 megawatt. Minister for Finance and Revenue Miftah Ismail has appreciated the Federal Board of Revenue for collecting a record amount of tax worth 763 billion rupees last month. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, he said it shows an increase of 32% in tax collection. The finance minister said tax collection has never exceeded 580 billion rupees per month in the country. He said 389 billion rupees in lieu of income tax was collected last month, recording an increase of 45%. Miftah Ismail said no advance tax was taken last month to achieve tax collection target. He said during the fourth quarter of outgoing financial year, since PML-led allied government took power, the tax collection remained 1,741 billion rupees, which is 29% more than last year's same period. The minister said refunds worth 39 billion rupees have been issued during the last month, recording an increase of 44% as compared to last year. Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari kicked off 75th anniversary celebrations of Pakistan's Independence Day by inaugurating a mango festival in Islamabad today. Speaking on the occasion, he said Pakistani mangoes are the best and the sweetest ones in the world. The Foreign Minister called for working together with the international community to ensure that all citizens of the global community can have access to this treasure of Pakistani mangoes. It is pertinent to mention that Pakistan produces over 200 varieties of mangoes. Various mango varieties, including Chausa, Sindhri, Anvaritol and Duseri, were displayed on the festival. A large number of members of the diplomatic community in Islamabad attended the event. This is Radio Pakistan. President Dr. Arif Alvi says Pakistan offers attractive investment opportunities in different sectors, and foreign companies should take benefit from these opportunities. He was talking to newly appointed envoys of the United States, Turkey, Australia, European Union, Bhutan, and Sudan, who separately called on him after presenting their credentials at a ceremony in Islamabad. Talking to the U.S. Ambassador Donald Armin Bloom, the president said a constructive and sustained engagement between the two countries on the principles of mutual respect and interest is vital for promoting peace, development, and security in the region. He urged the U.S. companies to invest in Pakistan and reap dividends from the lucrative benefits offered by special economic zones. During his interaction with the Turkish ambassador, Dr. Mehmet Basasi, Dr. Arif Alvi noted with satisfaction the convergence between the two countries on critical issues including Kashmir, Northern Cyprus, Islamophobia, and Afghanistan. He reiterated Pakistan's commitment to furthering bilateral trade and investment ties with Turkey. In a meeting with Australian High Commissioner, the president said Pakistan offers investment opportunities to Australian companies in infrastructure development, agriculture, renewable energy, mining, manufacturing, water, and waste management sectors. Pakistan and the UNICEF have agreed to further enhance their working collaboration for protection and promotion of child rights. The understanding was reached during a meeting between Minister for Human Rights Mia Riaz Hussain Pirzada and UNICEF country representative Abdullah Fadil in Islamabad today. Speaking on the occasion, the Minister for Human Rights outlined the government's steps to protect and promote the rights of children in the country. The UNICEF country representative acknowledged Pakistan's efforts for realization of child rights and assured to extend maximum support and assistance for the cause of child rights in the country. Pakistan has shared with the Indian High Commission in Islamabad a list of 682 Indian prisoners detained in the country, including 49 civilians and 633 fishermen. The Indian government also simultaneously shared a list of 461 Pakistani prisoners in the Indian jails, including 345 civilians and 116 fishermen, with the High Commission of Pakistan in New Delhi. Under the Consular Access Agreement between Pakistan and India, both countries are required to exchange lists of prisoners in each other's custody on 1st January and 1st July every year. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their unabated acts of state terrorism martyred 35 Kashmiris during the last month. According to a report released by a research section of Kashmir Media Service today, 9 of them were killed by Indian troops in fake encounters or in custody. During the month, 3 persons were injured after Indian troops used brute force on peaceful protesters, while 104 civilians were arrested. The troops also damaged 8 houses during 177 cordon and search operations in the month. The Supreme Leader of Afghanistan, Maulvi Haibatullah Akhundzada, while lauding Taliban for taking Afghanistan last year, has called to forge national unity. He was addressing the 3-day Loya Jirga being held in Kabul and is attended by nearly 3,000 religious scholars belonging to 34 provinces of the country. Haibatullah Akhundzada said Taliban want peace and security and that neighboring nations have nothing to fear. He asked the traders to return and invest in the country, saying that foreign aid cannot build our economy, rather it would make us more dependent on foreign funds. And now the weather. Humid and partly cloudy weather is likely in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain with wind and thunder shower is expected in Islamabad, Upper and Central Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Lower Sindh, and Eastern Balochistan and Kashmir. And now the headlines once again. Prime Minister, expressing gratitude to Chinese government for cooperation in Karod hydropower project, said that the 720 megawatts project has now become functional. Foreign Minister kicked off the 75th anniversary of the celebrations of Pakistan's independence by inaugurating a mango festival in Islamabad today. Pakistan and India, under an agreement on consular access between the two countries, have exchanged lists of prisoners in their custody. Afghan Supreme Leader, while lauding Taliban for taking Afghanistan last year, has called to forge national unity. And this is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.